Welcome to the Miners Podcast with Mavushi, episode 3. I'm with my brother here.
Angelo Nguna. It's quite an honor to be here, guys. Hopefully, we'll have a blast for today.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, can you please just do an intro to the audience? What do you do in the mining industry and stuff like that?
Okay. To answer that, currently, my name is Angelo Nguna, and I'm working at Sibanye Stillwater. I've been working here since 2018. I started as a learner. Started here in the mines first, then afterwards I got a great opportunity to be taken to school. Went to UJ, did my mining engineering, and then came back within the mining industry. Did my blasting. After doing my blasting, was a miner for some time, and then after being a miner, I went on, did my production supervisor. Then now I'm currently relieving a production supervisor, so I'm at the production supervisor level at the moment.
Nice. So, and looking from outside, I can see that you've already achieved a lot, né? So let's say there's some learner there out there in the villages trying to get where you are, especially go through their academic life, like the academic route, and trying to get into the mining industry. What advice can you give such people, like such a person?
Okay, I would say if you want to be in the mining industry, first of all, it has to come from the heart, because the mining industry is very harsh. It's a harsh environment. Talking about the environment specifically, and then taking on to personal. When it comes to personality as well, it's very harsh. So you have to look at yourself and look at and think that, is this something that you would want, you really want? And if it's something, you should know that the mining industry will actually change your character. So it doesn't matter which character you come with, but at the end of the day, if you wanna be in the mining industry, you have to change your character. You have to be vicious, you have to be hard, you have to be a hardcore person in order to survive within the mining industry. But if you are sweet, then quite a gentle person, all I can say is that mining industry will do its job. It will straighten you up to be very, very, very a harsh person.
Okay, so since but again, you went to UJ, which means this thing is an engineering course, right? So it means that in terms of maths and physics, how good do you have to do in school, like for people that are in grade 12 and then they just want to come into the mining industry, like I said, through their academic route?
First of all, you have to understand that the mining industry is a very competitive world. So even though on the application, on the student portal and all of that, it says you have to have a level 5, which is a 60% in maths and physics. But I would also advise you that you really need to step up your game and get those 80s, get those 90s, because there's a lot of competition there. And the mining industry, most of the people who understand and know mining industry want to be in it. So there's a lot of applications, so you have to stand out as a matriculant. So by standing up, you just have to excel, get those 90s, get those 80s, so that you're out there, so that it's easy for someone to notice you, to say, hey, we are picking this person.
Okay, so tell us, man, what are the biggest challenges you faced throughout your career, especially when you took responsibilities of a miner, a production supervisor within the industry? The ones that you faced, like, let's just say technical ones, underground per se.
Okay, first of all, let's look at it technical wise. I would say, first of all, is the environment. The environment is something that you just have to get used to it. So in everything you do, you have to understand the mining industry is very harsh. The environment is very harsh there. And then looking at it now, when you are talking about being a production supervisor and moving upwards, now it's no longer about the environment, because it's something that you have, by that time, you already gotten used to it. Now it gets to the soft skills on how you relate with people. And you have to understand now, if ever you are a graduate like me, and if ever you are still a young person like me, someone who doesn't really have that much experience, you will get people who always look down on you and actually focus on the things that you do not have, more than the things that you could bring in the table, that you can bring, so that someone can actually see and understand that you are bringing something in the table. So I would say the biggest challenge is those soft skills. If ever you have those soft skills, how to deal with people, how to deal with conflict, how to deal with those, then to make it in the mining industry, because mining industry, moving on to the production level and going up, it's no longer about the technical on how you do things. It's more about the soft skills. That's all.
Okay. No, I understand. It's all about like people's behavior, dealing with that, I guess. So now let's go to the fun stuff, man. Since you're young, you just got into the mining industry. It's obvious there are hands out there. Underground, on surface and stuff like that. How do you handle that as a guy, my boy?
First of all, you have to understand, man. Being a young man doesn't mean that you will have all these youngs and all of that. Youngs want money, man. But the mining industry, it's quite profitable when it comes to that section as well. But the hands are there, man. But everywhere you go, the hands will be there. You just have to pick one and stick with it, man.
Okay.
You cannot be running around, man. Don't forget, you're building for future. You're not building for now. But you can have fun there and there. But at the end of the day, you're building for the future. Don't forget that.
You see, I guess the stereotypes that says that mining men love women has been cancelled now. My boy said you stick to one lady, one hand, and then you'll make it in this mining industry. No, man, we appreciate you for being with us. I don't know if you have some word of advice to people that are not even trying to take the academic route. I mean, there is like learnerships, stuff like that. If you don't have like you can become a learner miner, just grow yourself in the mining industry. What can you say to such people? That how do they enter the industry like that?
Okay, first of all, as we know that there are applications you can apply, being a learner miner, being a learner official, and all of that. Once you step into this goes about to every kind of field. Once you step inside any field, look for growth within that field. So don't be content with only one level position. So once you are in, for this example, once you are in the mining industry, make sure that you grow up. You become a learner, and then after you become a miner. After a miner, you become a shift boss. After a shift boss, you become a mine overseer. You keep on growing. There's nothing that stops you from growing here in the world. The only person that stops you from growing is yourself. That's how it. And it doesn't matter what age you are at or what level of knowledge you are at. Everyone has the same ability of learning. So learning comes within yourself first. You have to seek knowledge in order to gain knowledge. So nobody's born knowing everything. You can have the degree, you can have the one, but at the end of the day, we are all the same, because we all seek knowledge. If you seek knowledge, and everything else will follow afterwards. Thank you.
Oh man, that's good. No, thank you, Mr. Nguna, for joining us on our episode here at the Miner Podcast with Mabush. We really appreciate it, and I hope those that have more questions can just send in the comment sections, and then we'll tackle those things. But anyway, Mashat.